Victory Paponen! Let's go! Oh, it's the medal round now. You can't be missing those. You want me to be quieter? You're a good boy. Team Canada wins 4-1 over Team Finland, who was supposed to be their first real challenge, and wow! Okay, so this is Canada's fourth game. This is game 4 of this video series. How did it start? Canada demolishes Germany, but it was just sort of this ridiculous mishmash of a game. Next game, Canada beats Slovakia. It's much closer, and even though Canada controlled the lion's share of the play, they still look sloppy. Canada's third game against Switzerland, with each passing minute, they look more and more dominant. Game 4, Canada takes a look at Finland and passes them like they're standing still. Not even gonna lie, when Finland got the 3-1 goal, I was a little bit like, yes, you can do it. Because even as a Team Canada fan, I want them to win, but I want to be entertained as well, and a closer game is better for that. And that's when I realized fans and players have different priorities. Fans watch to be entertained. Even if you find them winning entertaining, which obviously you would, your main goal is entertainment. Yell at the TV all you want, I do all the time, they can't hear you. They might imagine and feel your energy like Goku summoning a spirit bomb, but they can't actually hear you. The players are there to win. Tunnel vision to win. They do not care if you're entertained. Because we talk about blowouts like they're boring. Blowout after blowout. There's no drama there. Well, think about this. The 2009 World Juniors. You get Jordan Eberle scoring with 5.4 seconds left. That was memorable. That was entertaining. That's one of the biggest reactions I've ever had to a hockey goal ever. And I was fired up for the gold medal game against Sweden. And even though that game was sort of a blowout, I remember 5.4. Because it was a special moment and it was entertaining. But when we talk about greatness, we talk about 2005, an absolutely juiced roster, and they beat the Russians with Ovechkin and Malkin on them like they were like a beer league team. So, with this game, Canada ends round robin play. None of the games have been winner take all just yet. We're getting there. But this Canadian performance against Finland is making me reconsider, wait a sec, are we watching a tournament that is in need of a change, or are we watching greatness? Canada plays in a division with the States, Sweden, Russia, even the Czechs, who they are getting in their very next game. Maybe it's a different story, but wow! Do they look unbelievable? Now, to start this game, to Finland's credit, they become the first team in this tournament to not allow Canada to score within 2 minutes. Instead, they allow Canada to score within 4 minutes on a 3-on-1. As a Leaf fan, I'm excited for Team Finland because they have 3 Leaf prospects on it, and I got to see Topi Niemela in a very Leafy situation. All right, Topi, here's your practice. Wow, you're even wearing blue and white. You get to be the only defender back on a 3-on-1. Have fun with that. Poor guy, I'm not really sure what he's supposed to do about that because Dylan Cousins rips it. My goodness, can this team shoot the puck? It's basically everybody, and it's 1-0 Canada already. This obviously won't be the last time we talk about Dylan Cousins in this video, but he has looked so impressive. And if you watch my podcast, you know I've ranted about the Buffalo Sabres when we try to figure out what's gone wrong with them. They've had a terrible draft record for a very long time. They've hit on their gimmies, like Jack Eichel, Rasmus Dahlin, you can't miss. But even a guy like Reinhart, who's good, Draisaitl! Right there! This World Juniors tournament, though, is showing that the Sabres have help on the way. Not just Cousins, but he's the biggest name. Game continues, and there are the challenges you want, like your opponent giving you a good game, giving you a good challenge, especially heading into these elimination games. Then there's the adversity that you don't want to face, like suffering an injury. Alex Newhook, bang bang, shoulder on shoulder, doesn't look good. He did come back to try to play, but ultimately he didn't finish. Who knows? It's a short tournament. At least he gets the day off, and shoulders are weird. Could be long term, could be nothing, but last game of the round robin, there's really no point risking it. So, smart decision to have Peyton Krebs step into his slot. Even after he leaves the game, oh, Canada just dominating. Peltier, whose name I butchered throughout last video, was a star on this shift. Dylan Cousins too, banging away at it, and Braden Schneider at the point. Great give and go with Peltier. Peltier ends up getting the puck in the high slot, rips it. Finland with no shot. It says 22-2 on the shot clock when the 2-0 goal goal goes in, and they hadn't even updated it yet. And that's not a criticism of whoever was keeping count of the shots. How could they possibly on that shift? I'd love to actually see footage of them trying to keep up in the production truck, like they're playing Through the Fire and the Flames on guitar here. So that goal goes in. You look up at the Jumbotron and you go, all right, it's 2-0. It's the World Juniors. 2 goal leads have evaporated like that in the past. It's not that big a deal. It's not even that dominant. But 22-2? I love this edition of Team Canada. All the first rounders they have, I believe in them. I think they're the best team in this tournament. But I have enough respect for Team Finland that I never, under any circumstances, would have guessed that. Even playing back-to-back nights with injuries, never would have thought Canada would be out shooting them by 11 times what they had. And it doesn't stop. Bowen Byram at the blue line. He looks so good, by the way. Who has him again? Colorado. That sounds fair for sure. I, for one, am glad something's finally going right for them. But he puts it on again in a dominant flurry. A goal seems inevitable. Peyton Krebs between the legs. And even he can't believe it with the great facial reaction. It is 3-0 Canada. The shots are 35-7. After 2, which means Finland just turned on the gas after the second goal. Finland did outshoot Canada in the third period. I want to say that was the first period Canada had been outshot all tournament. They outshot them 12-5, but Finland didn't really look dangerous outside of their power play goal. I thought they would build momentum off that. Topi Niemela, a right-handed shot, so obviously Leaf fans are excited about him. 64th pick from the 2020 draft. He feeds Brad Lambert, fires it, nice shot, beats Devin Levi. Ray Ferraro pointing out on the broadcast, Levi with 106 consecutive shutout minutes of hockey before that. And I saw that and I'm like, oh, there's lots of time left in this game. It doesn't matter how dominant Canada looked in the first 2 periods. Finland's only down 2 goals. This is anybody's game. They were just smothered, just kind of stifled. Nothing really dangerous looking. From, I would say, Canada's performance against Slovakia to this, it's only been 2.5 games. The difference is staggering. The effort, the Dylan Cousins, I think Finland had 9 guys on the ice, something like that, and Cousins just wants it. You know, there were all these rumors sort of sifting about on hockey Twitter yesterday. Jack Eichel, could this be his last year in Buffalo? I know that team is rough, and he must be frustrated, but Sabres fans have to want to watch Eichel and Cousins on the same team. It was just an empty netter. It's not about the empty netter. It's about the work that it took to get there. You talk about something the Sabres could use. It's that attitude. And just like that, Canada makes quick work of Finland, and they go off to play the Czech Republic, who shut out Russia. Every year, there's the disruptor team. I think there could be a couple disruptor teams. Finland used to be the disruptor team. I would say they're top tier now, and obviously they won the gold medals and everything. Sweden's in there as a big team. Russia's in there as a big team. The States are in there as a big team, and Canada's in there as a big team. Germany, now that they got their full roster, I think they could catch people sleeping. And the Czech Republic, they're just there. They're always there. They don't go away. And they're going to lose some, and they're going to get blown out in some. But every now and then, they'll just throw in this performance where you realize they're not going to be stopped. Their goalie is celebrating the goals with the team. I've been saying this throughout these World Juniors video. Respect your opponents. Take them seriously. There's no more practice. You lose, you're done. Questions. By how many points would Liam Kirk break the scoring record if he were eligible to play for one of the top tier nations? Around 20, isn't it? You know, I've seen some people in response to the blowouts that we've seen try to argue, why not go with like a team sum of Europe like we did for the World Hockey Championship? It's an interesting idea. You know, maybe you take some of the star players of Austria and Germany and Slovakia maybe, Czech Republic maybe, but a lot of Team Europe from the World Hockey Championship was like, how can we get Leon Draisaitl in here? And if that team were to exist, it'd be really interesting to see Britain's finest Liam Kirk on that team. Trevor Zegras, immortal or out of this world? Could be an immortal alien. Canada has faced star power at this tournament, but Tim Stützle was completely smothered because he was easy to zero in on, even easier than usual because Germany had, I think it was 9 forwards that game. Zegras, like Tim Stützle, is one of the best players in this tournament, but unlike Stützle, he's got a better team around him, or at least it looks like that so far. Harder to zero in on. He is scary. Canada hasn't played a guy like that yet. Nope. How beeped is the rest of the NHL once Bowen Byram joins the Avs? Dude, Byram, new hook as well. It's unbelievable. Shameless plug, I did a video, the Matt Duchene trade tree. I took a look at that three-way deal that Colorado had where they got rid of Matt Duchene and acquired the world. Bowen Byram is in there. Obviously, the Avs got new hook coming down the pipeline, but you should see some of the other prospects that the Avalanche got in that deal. It really is unbelievable. I would be stunned if they didn't win a Stanley Cup over the next half decade. At least one. Niemela and Hirvonen thoughts. Those are two Leaf prospects. You didn't mention Mikko Kokkonen, but he's been sort of a depth defenseman, and I haven't noticed him much, which is great for a depth defenseman, so good job. Ronnie Hirvonen, a second-round pick of the Leafs from 2020. He's been getting his chances. What's concerned me is he's had so many point-blank chances and he struggled to bury them. That could just be a shooting percentage thing, a luck thing, you know, the puck's bouncing on him or something. I don't know what. Just one of those streaks. But he's got to tidy it up because he's had some golden opportunities and he could take Finland far if he can start burying them. As for Niemela, it's hilarious listening to the TSN crew just completely drool about this guy. A prospect, a third rounder who you didn't really hear too much about. Really beyond some of the Statsy draft nerds who were like, oh, that's a good pickup in the third round. And I'm like, every year we get excited about that. Every year it's like, oh, Jeremy Bracco, oh, SDA, Semyon Durgachintsev, like just you wait. And they're good. They're great at that level. But you try to picture them going to the NHL level and you go, there might be some work to do. But then there are prospects who put on a performance that make you go, to all those thoughts in your head. All those, yeah, but what about against grown men? What about the next level? Niemela's got me irrationally excited. He's still, at least you would think, 2 or 3 years away from even sniffing the NHL. But once he gets there, he's looking good, man. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Practice is over. These games are for keeps.